Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge, the hardest working man in comics.
Ryan Seymour, king of Comic Town here in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh yeah, and we're about to read for you the books that... Wait, we already did read.
We read the books. These are the books that we read for you.
Yes, we're about to review for you the books that drop April 20th on Wednesday. Let's go.
Yeah, and stick around for the end of the episode because we're going to have a giveaway of several AfterShock books.
Yes.
One black, one white, and one red all over.
Oh!
So yeah, stick around for that.
Branding. Okay, so let's talk about some good reads that you should read.
Yes.
Okay, we've got one that's the same.
Yes.
No, two that's the same.
Yeah,
two that's the same.
two
okay,
same.
I was like, wait, I thought we had more than that. Okay, two that are the same. Let's break this down. Where do you want to start?
Let me actually start off.
Okay,
Yeah,
go for it.
Behemoth Comics. I'll hail Behemoth. Dark Beach #1. This is actually kind of an interesting concept. I didn't know. I remember the blurb in previews when I was ordering. It was like kind of intrigued me. So we've got Michael J. Ruiz-Unger is the creator, artist is Sebastian Perez, color is Ray Jones, design Angelica Biani. And there's a bunch of covers to it, bunch of open order covers to it. So it's kind of like pick whichever one you like best. It has this really cool like noir sort of vibe where there's this guy who's a photographer, like crime photographer, and then he sells the pictures to magazines and whatnot. So like not exactly a good guy. He's
Not
like
a savory person?
Yeah, he's slimish
Gotcha.
in nature. The thing that I found most interesting about this was the hints at this world.
Okay.
And it's in the far future.
Okay.
Something has happened where the sun has become deadly, and we don't know if maybe there's been a shield system built around the Earth.
Okay.
Or maybe they've found a way to move the Earth out of orbit to get away from the sun.
Whoa.
So there's like little hints at like this is not your normal world.
Okay.
But like I really, really dug it. Like a high concept kind of Blade Runner kind of.
I was going to say like there's a 80s noir punk to it.
Yeah.
That kind of, all right.
Yeah. No, it was definitely very cool.
That's sweet. I like that. All right. So the one that I took on that was a little different was We Live, Rise of the Palladions. Okay. So I feel like I am M. Night Shyamalaning this series right now. And what I mean by that is I'm waiting for like the twist. Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously the first We Live series had a huge twist and it was like, oh my God, this is incredible. And I feel like I'm not, this is so bad. I'm not paying attention to the forest, right? Because I'm like looking at these trees,
like, which
super
one?
hard. Like, are you oak? Are you a redwood? What are you? And I think there's something interesting here, but I'm going to have to step back and reread this. First of all, because of the way that the first issue of the second series started as two different ones.
Yeah.
I was really confused at first on which one am I supposed to be following here?
How does it dovetail?
And I think they do dovetail, but obviously because I was the jerk that didn't read the other one,
Nobody knew.
I'm missing something.
Yeah.
So that's my fault. But I really am like, it's funny. Like I'm kind of like on pins and needles, like what's going to be the twist? What's going to be the thing? And I'm like, take your time, Victor. Read the story that they're telling you. Stop trying to anticipate. You guys have me hooked, okay? I'm anticipating. I'm over here like,
Got any more of that
what y'all gonna do to me?
that Miranda brother?
Give it to me, man. Give it to me. Yes, the Miranda brothers obviously are killing it on this series.
Yeah.
The art is great, the story is great, and again, they're bringing back the QR codes that give you the secret sauce.
so smart.
Which is so much fun. Like, look at that.
Right. Marketing. Marketing.
I love it. I absolutely love it. In fact, I was literally bragging about you guys to a printer that I interviewed with today, trying to see if we can get some business going. Literally bragging about how you guys do that, and look at that. Book comes out, and you're like, doing it again. You're like, remember? Good.
Do we continue with the AfterShock?
Yeah, let's, because I feel like this is a book very much so worth talking about. Land of the Living Gods, Isaac Mogajane. I hope I'm saying that right. Mogajane? Maybe Mogajane. And Santos. This, okay, I've determined for myself that this will be a series that will be so much more impactful once collected in trade. Because I think, and this is, okay, I'm gonna reveal myself right now. You know what? I'm 40. I can do that now. When reading books with characters from other cultures that have names that are not as common in my circle, I have trouble remembering who characters are sometimes.
Yeah.
Is that just me? No?
No, I'm bad about stuff.
Okay.
But so yeah, sometimes if I don't understand fully, I get lost. And I sometimes I'll gloss over is not the right word, but
right. But it's kind of like you somewhat lose track of who certain people are. You're following the story as a whole, but you kind of lose like the individuals. And I think like for me, when it comes to trade paperbacks, that's easier for me to handle than when a book comes out
and then have to get back in.
Right.
Yeah.
So I miss like some of the connections at certain points, and I had to reread a couple things. But like still, the art is still fun. It's fluid. It's not, the super crisp that so many people might be like, oh no, it's got to be this way when you make American comics.
But it's got like a Mobius Euro vibe to it.
Very much so.
That kind of makes me want the trade paperback when it comes out.
Yes.
To not be a regular size, but a slightly larger hardcover to just really kind of let it percolate and breathe.
Yes, and lots of like background resource material. I want to see sketches, process notes, all that fun stuff. But no, this is fun. I like the way that the big hook of the concept of the living gods is coming to fore here, because we're really starting to see how these separate entities are actually on this similar path. And I think that's one of the cool things when it comes to stories like this, is how you start off with these different separate people and then bring them together. And this is solid. Yeah. This is really solid.
Yeah, so. Super, super cool. Looking forward to it. I want the trade. I want
I want to be able to sit down and just live in this for like a full birth of story.
I almost wonder had it been just prestige format trade rather than, it'd be tough for retailers to order. We wouldn't complain.
Right. But you wouldn't know the gem that you had until you got it. And then I wonder if that's a thing, right? Like if you had a series like this and you did the number 1, but then you don't continue as an individualized series, but you continue with that trade paperback piece, but you're like, this is the tester. This is to see if your market would like it. And then something big. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's a question. Let us know how you guys would feel about that. If you're a retailer, how would you respond to that setup of the first issue, which then could have a separate value structure for you as a retailer?
Maybe as like a promo copy.
Yeah.
Like here's a free copy,
right.
like a hard copy ash can or something.
Yeah.
You decide from there, and then it gives us like we can eBay it or whatever afterwards. So
just a thought.
Just thoughts.
Okay, Hulk number 6. Woo! Donny Cates, Ryan Ottley, Cliff Rathburn, Frank Martin. A Titan emerges. Y'all don't even know.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even know.
Years back, there was a comment I made in one of the episodes where it was something like super over the top violent, and I was like, "Oh, my gun shoots guns."
This is what that is.
This is 100%
form.
Yeah.
Yes. You did say that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was classic.
And we still don't know who this chick is.
Is it a chick?
Is it just a construct that is using that form to torment?
Okay, so last episode that we reviewed Hulk on, we speculated as to what the upper echelons mean.
Yeah.
I feel like this makes sense.
Yeah.
One, I love the elevation of these guys because they have my heart.
Yeah.
I do feel like these guys are an understated threat to the MCU.
Yeah.
And then everybody else, you go, well, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
But the twist on this one, like what? Why would you do that?
Why, and how powerful is that?
Right?
Does
he get hangry?
Oh my god!
Like there's just so much.
Yeah.
And poor Black Bolt, poor sweet innocent quiet Black Bolt.
It's not even his fault. It's not even his fault. I mean, what is he supposed to do? Okay. Like, what is he supposed to do? I mean, okay, I'll tell you this. Okay, here's the way I look at this. At least there is some level of respect given because he wasn't first.
Yeah.
And by him not being first, Hulk had to prioritize method of attack. And that says a lot. So, oh my god. Just so much.
Oh, he ketchup packeted him.
He did. Oh, on a warm day. Okay, so one of the things that I did still appreciate about this is the loose way that we're bouncing around realities in terms of where the story that we're reading takes place or in what sense it's taking place, whether or not we're in Hulk's head, Banner's head, or the real world.
Yeah.
I think we got a little bit more of a solid answer in this, which was really interesting. And I'm really... I feared that this meant that it was over.
I kind of did too until a little bit.
Right?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, man.
Okay, all right. So we're just a refresh.
Mr. Cates was playing with us for a moment.
There was no, for real, it was like
that.
Oh
where I'm like,
God.
when he was transitioning over, him and Ewing were switching from Venom, and what in the back of his head was like,
I know what I'm about to do. I know what I'm about
It's
to
gonna
do.
be good.
This is gonna be goodness. You're gonna love it. I can smell this page. It
Right?
stinks to high heaven, but I can smell this page.
Yeah, it's it's just all those poor people.
Like,
all those. I know they're not real.
They
probably.
They had it coming.
Yeah.
You know, like all of them had it coming. This is nuts.
And the fact that it's kind of multiversal,
right?
Like, we can play with that and with all the stuff, Cosmic Ghost Rider and all the like kind of things that Cates can do when he's allowed to just mix
play.
up the Lego box.
Just wants to do stuff, and this is that thing. Okay, so here's what I'm calling for. Are you ready? After this, Cates has a run on both Spider-Man and Wolverine.
Oh, okay.
Then he takes his various versions of Hulk, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man, Wolverine, and has a Fantastic Four.
Yes.
Let's go. A Cates run of that Fantastic Four. I don't think any of us would make it.
I want to go to that timeline where that's existed, because if the universe is infinite and everything that's possible has happened an infinite number of times, it's there. I mean, crap. Like in Mexico, Gwen Stacy didn't die right away.
That is true.
So why can't I have?
Come on. I just want to see it. I just want to get a glimpse, and I want a Ryan Otley sketch of what that would look like.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty please and thank you. Who dies first? I don't even know.
Oh man, I don't know.
Oh, God, you talk about some good reads that you should read. Yes, this right here.
So how much? Like how the level of these
is even higher. Okay, let's jump into it. These are the must reads for this week. We've got one that's the same.
Oh yeah,
one that's the same.
Holy.
That's it.
Oh, shnikes.
How do you want to start this? How do you want to talk about it?
You want to end with this one?
I really do.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Can I start off with this?
Yeah, because you were high on that one.
Oh my God, Trial of the Amazons. Y'all don't even know. Okay, Trial of the Amazons, Wonder Girl, sorry. This is 2 of 2, limited series. So this is wrapping everything up. When you have a story as big as this, and I'm trying to think, did the Earth 3 Suicide Squad story do this? Because now I can't remember it. I feel like an idiot for it. They tell 3 different stories at the same time in this one. So by design of the page, I would say read the top one first, all the way across, 2-page spread, the middle section, and then the bottom.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's a way to cover ground in 3 different areas at 3 different times. Like it's such
gorgeous.
A brilliant way to master or manage all of this. And of course, considering the creative team of Joelle Jones, Adriana Mello, Jordi Belair, Pat Brousseau, like these are master storytellers, so it works.
Yeah.
We find out who did the deed of killing Hippolyta. The person who did it it's a dark answer.
Oh.
It is a dark answer. But what's even better is the upheaval that it leaves in its wake. This thing that they were so very keen on is now there. And so, yeah, I don't even know what this is going to be moving forward.
Yeah.
But it's going to be major. And if this is really going to set the stage for the huge Wonder Woman crossover that we've never had before, let's go.
Awesome.
Let's go.
Awesomeness. Alrighty. From Black Caravan, Scout Comics. David Byrne's canceled, #1. All right, so when initially I was ordering this, I was like, holy crap, David Byrne, because I had, like, Talking Heads. It was quite, because I'm just that stupid. But
this cover is torture.
It's a clown, right? It's like half clown, half not clown, which is like still 100% horrifying.
Yeah.
All right, so this is is it was billed as a horror book, but we didn't quite know much about it. So, which Austin Powers was it? Where there was the rocket was going up into the sky, and there was a series.
The first one.
Was it the first one?
Yeah.
There's like a series of like the word ends, and then the next group of people say something, but done horror. So like the first story in it
like that.
is like this 1950s television show, like kids television show, and they're replacing this dude because he isn't getting the ratings anymore. So they bring in this clown, and it becomes this like
what
scary, messed up,
no
like supernatural revenge story. And then the television turns off.
So then we go meta off of that.
This next group of people in the 70s were watching that as a movie.
Okay.
Different art style, full color as opposed to the black and white, 'cause it was in the 50s. And it gets this horrific, like...
Oh, no, why?
Right? Ties into, stylistically, what was happening before, which then becomes a...
No.
Yeah, like a Japanese horror movie that people were watching.
In manga?
That then, because then it switches to that manga style art, which then takes the violence level up to like audition levels.
That's dark.
If you haven't watched Audition, either do or don't.
Yeah.
You'll know.
There's no in between.
Which becomes something that a teenager is watching on their iPad, which then gets handed off to their younger sister, which brings it full circle.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's a U-book.
That's 100%. But it was so well done.
Yeah.
What's issue 2 going to be?
That's a journey.
Where do you go? I want to see.
You know what the horrible part would be? It's that there wasn't one. If they never planned an issue 2. If they dared to say, we were going to do issue 2, but it got canceled. And now you have to live with that horror. And it's a repeating cycle. How about that?
Oh,
there you
man.
Go. There you go. There you go.
No.
I'm sorry. That's, that looks amazing.
Yeah.
That looks amazing.
Yeah. In the art, the different artists doing different styles. Yeah.
Good job. Okay.
Because people sleep on Dick Grayson.
Nightwing.
He's got friends.
Issue 1 or 91. Sorry. Tom Taylor, Borges, Lucas. We are on the verge of a new era in DC Comics.
Mm-hmm.
If we can keep vibes of these going, we are going to have a contender for new stories, interesting stories, brand new voices for characters that we've known and loved forever, but at the same time not trying to reinvent the wheel about them.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if y'all know this, but Dick and Wally have been friends forever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm hard-pressed to say that there's another character set that could be better friends than these guys.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you can be like, oh, Booster Gold and Blue Beetle, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Like, they're friends, but these guys grew up together.
Yeah.
Like, they were there when they weren't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, best of times, worst of times. So them pairing up to get to the bottom of this huge plan to kill Dick Grayson is phenomenal, right? Like, it's such a big event, and it takes us to Costa Rica, and there's people that we see that aren't supposed to be seen, and then there are moves that are made that are absolutely... Is Nightwing better than Batman?
That's an interesting debate.
It is a hardcore debate.
Is he a better Batman than Bruce Wayne?
Considering some of the moves that he makes in this, the argument goes up in his favor ever so, like, in terms of taking something down, there's so many things that Bruce would be like, oh, I got to do this. And Nick's like, no, you don't.
No,
you don't. We can just do this. I can make a phone call, and it's so much better. Like, okay, so a bad guy that appears in this one fairly early, if you've been reading any bit of his stories, you know that this is a problematic person for him. Very traumatic. But there gets a point where he does this thing, and he's like, oh, you wanna do this to me? And he's like, nah, I just need that. And it's such a quick, super like, yeah, no, dummy. Like, I'm not you. Like, I don't have to be trash like you. I'm smart.
Yeah.
I'm smart. Okay. It's beautiful. Like, Tom Taylor is killing on this. He's getting to have fun with Dick Grayson, and it shows. Like, Tim Seeley did a great job with Dick Grayson. A lot of pulls from that run of books. But this is now a lot lighter and just enjoying the ride of who Dick Grayson is now. And it's chef's kiss. Love.
Yeah, Tom Taylor. He's just a dude now that when you see their name on the creative team,
pick that book up.
Pick it up.
Pick it up. Not now, but right now. Do it.
All right. Nice.
Oh, here we go.
Nice. That's on like number 8. I might just pencil in that I'm going to review every issue of this for perpetuity, as long as we got James Tynion IV, Alvaro Martinez Bueno, and Jordi Belair, second appearance on this week, as the creators on it. If you haven't been reading it, it's like this apocalypse types thing has happened. This alien or extraterrestrial or extradimensional entity has chosen, hand-selected a group of small friends that he can save in this bubble, and while the rest of the Earth gets destroyed for we don't know what purpose yet.
It happens.
And it's like a perfect bougie house on the lake where there's all the food you can eat, all the cigarettes you can smoke, like everything you have. But the problem is, you're trapped. What do you do with that?
Hamster in a cage. Do you enjoy it or not?
Yeah. And so for the first story arc, these people became aware that they were the last humans alive to the best of their knowledge, that the rest of the world was destroyed. And they were like, crap, we hate you we thank you for saving us, but we hate you for what you're doing. And the big plot twist to start the second arc was there was a mind wipe.
Oh.
They know they're trapped. They know that there's some kind of force field keeping them in.
But they don't know why? Oh.
So he's not messing with them in so much as kind of like with the Matrix kept trying to figure out how to keep Neo calm.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. Yeah. So it adds this whole nother element to it where he's now kind of self-aware and he's starting to not like some of the people that he thought he would when he saved. So what do you do? Like, do you keep these people around that you don't like anymore?
Or do you start to shun off some of them? Like, let's cull this down to more likable people. Ooh.
Yeah.
But I've already taken out most of humanity, if not all of humanity. So this is really all that's...
Yeah. And then there's another plot twist at the end where the one person is kind of getting shunned now.
Yeah.
Just he's not liking.
Wait a minute. Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know how James has all of these ideas.
It's the idea machine.
He is.
He went to the well. He drank from the waters. He has the ideas.
Keeps getting paired with the perfect artists and perfect colorists.
That's awesome.
For these stories and everything that they're doing.
It lands, man.
It does.
Like 2 feet, hands up. Perfect tense.
Yeah.
Perfect tense.
Yeah.
I love it.
Don't say you're a fan of the Twilight Zone or anything like that if you're not reading this, because
you're lying.
You're lying. It's a comfortable, safe lie that you're in. But
you need to break that.
But you need to break it. You need to like stop looking in the toilet before you flush.
That's right. Just go. just push the button, okay? Just push the button. Book of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Again, made me feel like a 10-year-old.
Yeah, like I'm 46, going on 47. I've been reading comics since I was 5 years old, to the best of my knowledge, right? And this book takes me back because in my grandparents' house, when they moved back to Tennessee, there was like a toy box we had in the patio, and there were like a handful of comics that were in it. And I would go there and just read them front to back, when we're visiting. And there was a Superman story that had Parasite.
Oh, nice.
And I don't remember it. Like I'm aware of it, and it's my memory. This book makes me feel like I was that kid sitting in front of this box on a patio reading this Superman comic. Mark Waid, because it's what Waid writing.
Yes. Dan Mora on art,
and the incomparable Bond villain doing the colors.
So it's okay. So we're getting a little tour of DC Comics in this series. This one, as you can see from the cover, guest stars the Doom Patrol, and for reasons from the last issue, they're trying to save Superman in the coolest way possible.
How long has Mark had that under his hat, thinking, you know,
Yeah, right? Like, the connections that he's making are so much fun. We're still at a place where certain characters don't necessarily know each other, and that becomes evident as you read it. But then there's something that's so fun in here where there's two characters that seem to know each other, and you really want to know what that's all about.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Yeah. I want a one-shot backup story.
Please.
Because they have a history.
Oh, they do.
And
they do.
And I'll be honest, maybe I don't know my DC history enough.
Right.
I don't recall this story.
I don't know it either. I don't think that this is something that's old. Because immediately, based on the story, I'm thinking, oh, we're going to get Lazarus Pits. And that's not where it goes.
Yeah.
So this is something fresh. I love that the art style slightly changes up for it, which is fun and graphic and amazing. The kid is a douche canoe. What a disrespectful way to respond, but okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to show me that the guy is bad...
Excellent job. You succeeded.
Yeah. I believe he's craptastic. This is so much fun.
Like, I don't even care that some of the mechanics behind things don't make sense. Like this, the time travel.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Okay. Is that not the most Silver Ages thing?
But that's perfect. It is the Silver Age vibe that makes all of this work.
It's so amazing.
Like, stuff just happens, and that's fine. And oh man, in the where Bats and, because there's the split, like Robin and somebody else go on one mission. Bats and Superman go to deal with something else, and it makes sense like why this bad guy would want to take out.
Yep.
And the second I can't wait.
Come on, because you know it's coming. You know it's coming.
Yeah. And with the Silver Age vibe,
it's gonna be amazing.
Because that's my favorite time period for that character.
Because it was earnest and it was true, and you felt like a little kid.
Yeah,
that's the thing that makes it so amazing. Okay, the detective work and the execution, was amazing. It speaks to There's one of those things where a lot of times people are like, Superman's OP, and I really feel like what you're saying is that you can't handle the context of his power set in stories. That was a genius move. Small, simple, hilarious in its use, and authentic. Like, that's real.
Yeah.
Like, we know that that's real.
Yeah. It's something I could totally see Clark and Bruce, like, looking at each other and being like,
do the thing. You know, that's up there. Okay, that is up there with the Batman Superman series, Jeff Loeb and Ed McGuinness on that one, and they had the castle move where they switch who they're fighting. That's that level of these guys are just so in sync that they're like, hey, do the thing. And you're like, oh, all right, hold on. Watch, I'm about to do it. Wait, watch. And they make being a superhero fun. Batman does say one of the sweetest things about Superman I think I've ever seen.
Yeah. There's like a moment where you can really see their friendship.
And you're like, oh, like, we're brothers. We're happy and never mind. It's good. It's really good.
And there's glimpses of other stuff because, like, we know the one thing they're trying to deal with,
right?
But we've also got Flash. Something's happening. Wonder Woman and Green Lantern. Something's happening. But we don't know anything beyond.
I think these are like great ways to tease us as to what the other issues are about to be, and just get you excited for that. And that's such a smart thing to do. It is smart because now I'm looking at like, I can't wait for the next issue. This thing isn't even over yet.
Yeah.
But I'm already like, I wonder if we're gonna get a glimpse of this. Is that gonna be how it goes? We got A story, B story, C story. What are we doing? I don't even know. The little shout out to Mark Waid himself and this panel.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Okay. If you guys aren't huge fans of Mark Waid, and you should be, he's written some of the best things in the world. But there is a subtle shout out to both his JLA The Nail run, as well as his JLA, or that's Justice League The Nail. Let me say that again. And then JLA run Tower of Babel. It's hilarious because It is.
It is.
And if you know, then you know. And if you don't, you got a chance to find out by grabbing those books. Now, speaking of books to grab, we've got an amazing giveaway for you guys, courtesy of our friends at AfterShock Comics. They gave us some ambassador copies, and we're going to give them to you guys.
Yes.
But we've got some instructions, all right? So obviously, you got to watch the show. We want you to watch the show. We hope you like the show. Do you like the show? Tell us in the comments below that you do. Like, just say, I do. Yeah. And we will say, I do back. And now we're married. But what do we have to share?
Well, sticking with the Aftershock and the black, white, and red all over theme, we've got We Live, Age of the Palladions, #1, Ambassador variant.
Black. Let's go.
We've also got We Live, Age of the Palladions, #1, Ambassador variant. White.
Boom.
How are we going to make red work? Ambassador variant, dark red.
Come on.
Where roads lead.
It's right here. It's right here. Now, in order to get this, what we need you guys to do is we need you to grow the black, white, and red all over army by sharing this episode or a clip, if you will. We'll put that up for certain spaces. But we're going to give you separate places for you to win these separate things. Okay? So depending on where your heart is, that's where we want you to focus. So if you are a Twitter haven, right? What we've got for you, biggity boom. We need a retweet. We need you to, like the post that we put up, #1, of course. We need a retweet. And obviously, we hope that you're subscribed to our channel, Comic Town TV, on YouTube. So do those top 3 things, and one of you will win that book.
You tag a friend.
That's right.
Sticking with that theme, on Facebook, because we're going to do one on different platforms.
That's right.
Got the white one.
Yep.
So we need you to like.
Yep.
Share.
Yep.
And tag.
Tag somebody.
And for the third platform,
for
dark red,
let's get freaky with it.
TikTok.
That's right. We're on TikTok, okay? So Irish Rye is going to have one. Hardest Working Man in Comics VHD is going to have one. So we're going to share this. Duet it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. We want you to duet that you want this and tag a friend on TikTok on there. That's what we want. So we want to give these out to you guys, we'll say by next show?
Yeah, we'll randomly select the winners from the people that do the shares.
That's right. So you got 1 week to put it down, share some stuff, get some books, and let y'all know, we love y'all.
We love you.
Because that's what it is. And we love AfterShock. Big thanks to them for always hooking us up, giving us great books to read all the time, and now giving us some books to give to all of you. So obviously we hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you did, click the thumbs up because we need that for the algorithm and all that good stuff.
And every week we do this. Yes. You don't want to miss it. So click subscribe, and then the bell will let you know when we are in your interwebs.
That's right, because we're coming all the time for you. Reading stuff.
Just like my new series of truck stop novels.
You don't even know. It's going to be sticky. The moistest of roads. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.